Hello and welcome back to Accessible Photography, and today I'm surrounded by fabulous cherry blossom. I'm in a place called Dollar at the base of the Ochil Hills, and this is a fabulous stretch. I'm going to get some nice photographs of little bridges and glorious, glorious blossom. While we enjoy the views of the blossom here in Dollar, I would just like to take the opportunity to welcome all the new subscribers over the past weeks and months. I apologise also for not getting as many videos out as I would like, but that's been down to my health issues. I'd like to remind everyone as well that this channel is about your photography and not mine. I'm really just taking you out on a journey to show you places that you can take photographs, or for you to find similar places and take photographs yourself, which will probably in turn turn out to be better than mine. I enjoyed my day in Dollar, even though the photography I did was in dull conditions and then it got sunny. But hey ho, what else could go wrong? So the main things to get is the water, the cherry blossom and the little bridges. And I'm going to start taking some pictures of the bridge with the cherry blossom beside it. But what I will say is, it's the middle of the day. The light can be quite bright. I started off the day with a thin layer of cloud, and I thought this is going to be perfect. That disappeared, and now it's kind of blue sky and quite dark clouds. So there'll be quite a deep shadow at times, and the sun might come out at others. It's nice if the sun comes out, because then the blossom really glistens and twinkles and just pops. It's just lovely. But I'll do the best I can under the conditions. And the other problem I've got is a lot of people around. For a little quiet village or small town, it gets quite busy with tourists and photographers because of the blossom. And can you blame them? The blossom is absolutely superb. And just to say, up this road here is the route to Castle Stalker, and I did a video of that a few years ago. So people heading to Castle Stalker then pass here and decide, let's get some photographs. So it can get quite busy, and I've got to try and make sure I don't get too many people in the images. But what I have done is I've brought my welly boots, and I'm going to get in the water and get a nice composition. So the view I'm going for to begin with is up the river towards the little bridge there. Obviously the blossoms coming in from the sides. Looks really nice. It's not even, there's more trees on this side than there is on the left-hand side, but if I'm zoomed in enough, you won't even notice that. And what I've noticed as well is there's more blossom beyond that bridge, and there's a little weir just before it. So I might work my way up until I get to the bridge, look under the bridge and see if I can see the blossom on the other side with the weir in the foreground. Well, let's get something first. I'm going to set the tripod up and get an image. So as I start to do this, I take the strap off for multiple reasons. One of those being I don't want it to get wet. So put that in there. Get the flippy screen out and then see what I can do. So it's a bit uneven just now. That's all right, that height's about right. And get that leg down there, that's fine, that's nice. So now to make sure live view is on. Right, for the second time in 2 days, I've lost battery very quickly, which is very worrying. But thankfully, I'm right beside the car. So the second day in a row, I've taken a few pictures and the battery died. Now I keep my batteries topped up, so I don't know why this is happening. No, the camera's not been out for a while, but I should get more than 3 or 4 images. Not very happy. Anyway, let's get this image taken. So I'm not as close to rocks as I thought it was going to be, which is good in a way. I've got the blossom looking okay. I'm going to take the glasses off so I can see, because I'm terrible at this. I'm going to underexpose. The sky's quite grey. I might do an exposure for the sky on its own. I'm waiting for people to pass. So the composition is not great. I'm just going to readjust, try and get the bridge more or less in the middle. I'm going to pretty much expose for the sky, so I'm going to make it quite dark. So I want to go 200th at f8. Sky's exposed. It says an 80th at f8 for proper exposure, but the trees and the ground are quite dark in this one. So we're going to take it down to a 40th. Take that. It's a shame we've got a blue car sitting at the side. If I move forward, I might be able to get that out of the image. Right. Let's move forward a bit. Right. So now come forward, so I won't get the blue car in the image. The problem I've got is people now on the bridge. So I need to concentrate on my composition. Is it correct? Now look at this on the screen, and the sides of the banks are in equal position, which means I'm fairly central. I don't feel like I'm central to the burn, so I'm going to move slightly over here, so I'm right bang in the middle of the burn, so I get a nice pleasing composition. Make sure that's down. Swing that round. The banks aren't quite right, but can do that. That's okay. And then go again. So, tending to be focusing on the bridge, which might be not the best place. I want to focus forward a little bit down here. F11 should get everything in place. I'm just going to take that to where it says it should be. Take again. And then expose for the sky. Take again. So we've got a wide range of images there, and I probably don't need to bracket, but it's good to try. So what I want to do now is go right up to that bridge, get closer, make sure the bridge is really part of the image, a dominant part of the image, and it might take away some of the other distractions to the side, such as a parked car over there, a wonky lamppost on the other side. Get right in close and be able to see the weir as well. Okay, I'm just going to try and find a position here. I'm ruining somebody's photograph. Sorry. Get out of the way. So somebody on the bridge taking a photograph just now. That's it, he's gone. I shall come into here. I'm going to see if I can get that big rock in the foreground into my image, and then have everything else there as well. At the moment I don't have the blossom behind in the image, but I just want to get this rock first. I want F11, there's people on the bridge walking. I have got pretty much everything in focus, I think. It's not bad. What I'm going to do is take another picture of the bridge itself. And that should give me two images. There's not a lot of the blossoms, so what I'm going to do is go a bit further forward, look under the bridge at the little weir and try and get the blossom on the other side. Right, that's better. I can see everything now, so I'm going to take a picture of the bridge. That's okay. And then I'm going to go and look underneath the bridge to get the focus a bit further on. But F11 should be getting everything in focus anyway. And then I'm going to zoom in. So I've got the arch and the water behind. So I'm doing a 15th of a second. So the little weir, the water looks quite nice. It's not overly blurred, but it's not frozen. That's not the best picture in the world. I want to better that. Pull it back a fraction, get that rock. So I'm going to make that F9 to get a bit more speed on there. That's all right. So I'm going to photograph the blossom in the background, then I'm going to photograph the rock right in the foreground for a bit of interest. Okay, now let's go and do some standard photographs that everybody else is doing, and I'm not in their way. Well, I moved on to the bridge next to photograph south, getting all that lovely blossom all the way down to the main road. Unfortunately, I wasn't really happy with the composition at all. I would have been better doing it back down in the water, looking down underneath the trees instead of trying to be through the trees. I also discovered that the bridge is actually a road, even though it's very narrow, and I had to move for a couple of cars whilst I was there. And I was there quite a long time because this lovely little old lady decided to chat to me and ask if I knew what type of cherry blossom it was. And I ended up using my phone to go onto Google to find out that it's Prunus canzan, and it's a very popular tree within the UK. I even was able to tell her where she could go and buy a tree because she wanted 2 for the garden, but when she saw the price, 1 was going to be enough. So I'm getting a good few pictures here, and I'm still less than 20 meters from the car. This is definitely accessible photography, but you don't need to walk very far, and everything is right there. In fact, I should take a picture of the cars with the blossom behind. I mean, I'll just show you, look at that. Now, if they stopped their cars parking here, it'd be even better, but I'm one of the problems. I am parked here taking photographs, just like everybody else. Now what I'm going to do now is going to check on Duke, make sure he's okay, and then have a look at the next bridge further down and see if we can get a picture there. It's really just one stretch that has all this blossom. There's not much further on, so probably won't be going very far at all. But let's just check on the boy. You okay? Yeah. He's fine. Well, what did go wrong with my trip today? Battery in the camera failed once, and it turned out it had power, it just wasn't giving me power in the camera. Then, for some reason, the wireless mics packed in. They also had power left, but weren't recording. Now, the GoPro microphone is too far away from me speaking here, so it doesn't pick up what I'm saying. So I'm really going to wrap up now by saying I'm going to show some images I took with the phone once the sun came out, and show you the picture of this lovely heron before I go. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you doing so, and for those who haven't already, please click the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notifications of my rather infrequent postings. Bye for now.